I'm Ezelle from the upcoming. It's really lovely to speak to you today. Congratulations on this
Thank
fantastic
you.
series.
Great to talk to you.
So perhaps I could start by asking a little bit about the background to High Desert. What is the series all about? What can viewers expect when they watch this?
Well, it's about a very desperate group of people who live in the middle of the desert, and the star of the show, Patricia Arquette, her character when we meet her is dealing with addiction, loss, grief, a criminal record, and how is she going to stay afloat? And it seems to be everybody in this show has some degree of desperation and loss and just trying to stay one step ahead of disaster. And my character plays a private investigator whose career and personal life is pretty much on life support when he meets Peggy. And he's selling, personal items of his on eBay, and he's just trying to stay afloat. And desperate people, create desperate times, and that's kind of where the show starts.
Obviously, you're no stranger to the comedy genre. What was it about your character, Bruce, that really appealed to you, this particular role and script? And how did you kind of prepare for that role as well?
Well, everything starts with the writing. When they sent me the script, I was, immediately enthralled in who this guy was. I love playing flawed characters. I love playing people that really want to be anyone but themselves, which is, I think, what attracts us to the entertainment industry. At least for me, I didn't want to be myself and don't want to right now until I've met you. And now I want to be me. But what I loved about Bruce's character is he was really on the border of some very desperate moves of how he was going to survive. And he's a guy that has maybe more morality than Peggy, but she was able to move that needle a little bit. And he was able to keep her a little more on the side of the law because, she was a small-time criminal and continues to be. So that's where you kind of have the yin and the yang of these two characters. They're in a lifeboat and they have different ideas of how they're going to survive, and they have to meet in the middle. And with the writing and Jay Roach directing and Ben Stiller producing, it was a dream come true. In this cast, Matt Dillon, Bernadette Peters, I got pretty lucky.
You've got this amazing ensemble cast, like you said. I mean, you have, Matt Dillon, Christine Taylor, and obviously you work really closely with Patricia Arquette, who plays Peggy in this. So what was that kind of like building that relationship together, playing obviously business partners, and what was that like building that rapport with her? I mean, it must have been really quite fun actually working with her.
It was fun. Patricia is an incredibly open, kind human being. And, I've admired her for years. And when you meet someone you really admire, you never know what you're going to get. But she was just so kind to everybody. She's a fearless actor, so she's willing to try things different ways. And, when you're thrown into a cast on a brand new show, you're all discovering at the same time, whether you're the writer, the director, the actor, the camera crew, you're all trying to find your footing. And what's exciting is you're all discovering what the show is in real time. So when you deal with a star like Patricia, who's very approachable, not just as a person, but as an actor, you really get to, there's a comfort level, which happens very early because it comes from the top. And it being her show, she just, she ran it a certain way where everybody felt really comfortable. And, we had a lot of laughs and a lot of experimenting. But when it's on the page, it's an easy job.
And like you said, obviously you've got Jay Roach in as a director, and you've got Ben Stiller coming on board, for a couple of episodes, whatever, as executive producer. So what was it kind of like working with them, of finding yourself kind of at the heart of such a quirky comedy that's kind of quite a little bit far removed from what Jay's done before, I believe?
Yes, it was. Jay has directed some of the biggest comedies, and he did that incredible drama Bombshell as well. That was so, I know it sounds cliche, but the line between comedy and drama is really very, very narrow. And nowadays, with, how TV has exploded into so many different platforms, you can really almost create your own niche of what is a comedy, what is a drama, because life is full of laughs, be they uncomfortable or coming out of very dramatic scenarios. And I think we're seeing that more. It isn't just, life isn't just a drama or a comedy. And sometimes you end up with a show like this that hits all those notes. And I think it was just, a very creative conglomeration of people from very different avenues of creativity that just, you really don't know until you get in front of those cameras what you got. You know what you want, what's on the page, but sometimes you get, that extra jolt of, wow, this is working, this is different. Patricia makes you laugh, and in the next episode, she's breaking your heart. And I think that's what makes people come back, I hope.
And I think you're right. I mean, obviously, there's a comedy and drama, but there's some real emotional moments, and they do come from you, some of them as well. What do you think were some of the best moments of filming you had through filming on set?
For me, it was. I love how in the scenes with Patricia, my character is trying to keep up his persona, where Patricia really doesn't care about that. Her character doesn't understand any social cues. She lives by her own rules. She marches to the beat of a different trumpet, as I call it, not even a drummer. She does her own thing. So I love how I'm always grasping to try to maintain some civility, and she constantly throws a wrench into that. So that's the fun, the give and take, the pull and the tug in our characters.
Finally, what do you think and hope that audiences will take away from watching this? Because I think it's really original. So what do you hope that some of the themes or things they'll take away from it?
I hope they understand that we all struggle, and life is really just variations of struggle. Whether you have great days or bad days, that addiction and mental illness is something that needs to come to the forefront. I think it's something that so many of us deal with to varying degrees. And when we can make fun of it, bring it to light, show the drama and the lightness to things that are very serious, I think we're helping. I'm not trying to make this like the holy grail to getting your stuff together. It isn't. But it's great to see characters that struggle in a realistic venue with the ability to laugh at ourselves as well. Yeah,
I think you're right. I think it's very important. And thank you so much. I really, really enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Oh, I enjoyed it too. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so
Take
much.
care.
Bye.